on over right here. And this one is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. This one is called the Garden Grove set. You're getting, again, the quilt as well as the two shams. And we have it for you.
There's a lot of colour going on. I have to turn it back a bit because there's a lot of colour here.
Beautiful. This is the coral that we have on the bed, and we also have this for you in pink and also in blue. We're calling this one blue.
Again, I think we have to take these off the bed. They alarm me when I see them on the bed. They've got to go here where it's subtler. Look how lovely that is. Look how gorgeous that blue looks right there.
Look at how beautiful.
It was too much on the bed. My God, all the colour going on here. I'm having a panic attack.
No.
I always say I can't do too much colour, so we've got to take the colour. This is a big step for me doing this colour here.
Right, this is different for you.
It is a little different. We're going to have to see how this goes.
Okay.
We're going to have to listen to you guys out there and see if you're liking this.
Can I put my vote in? I'm crazy about it.
Are you?
I am crazy about it. When I walked into the set,
that's so exciting.
It was surprising because we don't typically see the brightness of the corals that you see here. Are you loving this?
Especially not from me. I don't do that big bright colour. Right. So again, these are very beautiful sitting here on their own. I don't think we can put them on the bed. That will send me into panic. But have a look at this. As you say, it's called the Grove Garden. This is a little bit off the island. I was lucky enough to grow up in a gorgeous Oxfordshire countryside. My father designed a very beautiful garden. Yes, you do design gardens. He always said that actually the gardens were more interesting than the rooms, because with a room it stopped. When you had decorated it, it stopped. But with a garden it went on, and it was an ever-growing process of maturing plants. And there's a secret garden in my parents' home in England, and my father hoped that we were going to get engaged there, my sister and I, and neither of us did. It was a little disappointing. But in that garden you see an abundance of rose and peonies, so I wanted to bring a collection that was very reminiscent of that. So we've had a little bit of Island Day, and now we're here in the English countryside with the Grove Garden.
It's just breathtaking when you consider that you have the same beautiful print on the shams that you're also getting, and these are two-sided as well as the comforter. You can see you've got the gorgeous floral on one side and then this beautiful striping on the other side. So you can really bring a lot of difference in life to your home, to your rooms. We're focusing here on the coral, but I want to show you, if I can, India, I want to show you the pink that you put together with this beautiful gray.
I love that. I think that's very, very subtle. Again, that's a very dusty English rose, and again, that's a compliment. That's a romantic word, guys. It's certainly not meaning old-fashioned in any way. It means that it's got some heritage to it. It's got some tradition to it. I love those colours. I think if you looked back to the archives of some of the English colour schemes, you'd see that very pretty pale pink and that grey there. Those work very well. I love them on the bench there. You're doing a very good job. That's perfect on the bench there.
Not too much contrast.
And again, of course, this, which I'm always a fan of, the blue, the navy blue and white. I just don't think you can go wrong. I think, again, very traditional, very easy, but capturing that real feeling of an English garden.
Wow. It is kind of difficult to decide now that you're seeing all three of them, because they're all beautiful and they all really maybe speak to you in a different way. Maybe the blue one you're thinking for a master bedroom. Maybe do you see the pink?
Now we're seeing it on the screen. I love when we see it like that. The pink and the blue, they look lovely like that.
Do you see that? I think it's just
I think it looks nice with the white sheet. I think it looks very nice. It sets itself off. So imagine this with the white sheets here. I think it's really, really pretty. And of course, if you are a colour person, we have gone crazy colour today, guys.
Do you see that with the coral sheets that we started off with?
Yeah.
The 100% cotton sheets that we had just a little bit ago. So if you really want to outfit a room, maybe this is going to be your daughter's room. And I know that for a lot of children, they're more sophisticated now than just the little cartoon characters that I had when I was a kid. This would be the way to go.
I think that's a very good idea. I think that my daughter would absolutely love this, because she would be able to do anything with this without me panicking, because again, it's very easy to put in a washing machine. It's very easy to live with these collections.
That's right.
They're not precious collections. So if you have a crazy tomboy out there, think about her sleeping on this.
I like that.
You're not going to be in a panic about what she's doing in the room.
And that's so important too. When you're looking at this again, twin, full, queen, or king, so across the board. And as I started this hour, I was, encouraging you to think about all of the bedrooms in your home, not just the one that you're sleeping in. Because if yours could use an update, chances are the others could as well. And this is the quickest and easiest way to do it. When you think about it, I always say, India, I always say that the bed is the most important piece of furniture in the house because it's the one that determines your mood.
Yeah.
and if you can make that space beautiful, aesthetically beautiful, physically beautiful to your skin, feel good, and as India said, in a way that you don't have to baby. You throw it in the wash, you throw it back on the bed, it just gets better and better. What could be better than that?
Everything gets better and better.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
now I'm good old 47. I keep saying, yes, everything gets better and better. No, and I keep worrying about that, thinking, oh, my goodness, I am well and truly middle-aged.
Well, you know what? As they say, life gets better the more you live it.
It really does. Also because I'm able to now look back so much and take from the experiences that I had, and it's so exciting to look forward. There's so much more to come. But experiences are so important. And being able to draw from a bit of my history and part of my island life and to be able to bring them here to HSN and make a collection of them, to make a story of them, is very rewarding. And this takes time, guys. It doesn't just happen. We spent a lot of time thinking these colour palettes through, thinking how this collection will work with what I've brought to you previously, making sure everything talks to each other, making sure my stories are still there. Because that's important, again. You know, I have a lot of British heritage. I've got a runaway island story all of my own, where I went off to this crazy little island in the middle of nowhere, and I decided to develop a family, or not develop a family, to have a family and raise a family. But standing on my own 2 feet, doing something for myself, and that's a big message that I've got at the moment. I've just launched a new business, and it's all about standing on our own 2 feet and taking control.
Right.
So I get very passionate about my collections and what I'm doing here at HSN, and I think that it's really reflected in this bedding here that you're seeing. So the price is very good, the quality is there, the story is there.
Absolutely.
The Grove Garden, there is my British heritage sitting on the bed. You too can lie on a little bit of that English grove.
Right. Have something that you love, and like you were saying, take care of yourself. For a lot of us, you know, maybe the bedding that you're sleeping in right now, you've had for a long time, and you've wanted to replace it, but just for whatever reason, you haven't. You've done something for somebody else. You've put that energy for someone else. How about doing something for yourself? How about getting it just because you want it? Not because it's your birthday or because it's a holiday or some special occasion, just because it's beautiful and you just want to see that every day when you come home and go into your room, no matter how large or how small. We've got from twin, full queen to king. And if you are the queen of your castle, and you're saying, this is the way that I want my room to look, my home to look, then enjoy the fact that you do have 4 flex. Enjoy the fact that you're saving money. It's brand new, so you're seeing it for the first time. And even it being brand new, it is a this visit only price, where we've taken $20 off the price. And you can have this beautiful quilt, the 2 shams, which everything is 2-sided and reversible, so you can have a couple of different looks here. And again, we're focusing on the bed in the coral, but if you want it to go a little bit softer, you could do that beautifully with the pink, with the gray.
And I think we should get close up again. And I love seeing it on this bench with the very, very subtle background there, because look how lovely that is. I love that. I'm all about decorating with just a little pop of colour. She says standing in a bright coral room. However, in general, my theory is that it's just a subtle punch of colour here and there. And I think the navy and white is a very good example. And then we've got the very pretty pastel pink and the soft dove grey there. Yes. Again, very much you can feel the English garden. You can smell those roses and those peonies. You can think of a warm summer's day deep in the Cotswold Hills in England. Hopefully my father would be very delighted that I've brought out a collection after his garden, even though I did not get engaged in the garden as he had hoped, in the secret walled garden that he had designed.
Oh, wow. It's just beautiful. But the garden is engaging to us.
Yeah,
we can engage in a different way.
There we go.
I love that.
Not the way that he'd hoped.
Not the way that he'd hoped. What I also love about these two, the pink and the blue, and even the coral, is that you don't have to change everything else in your room. You don't have to then paint the walls and get new carpeting, because these can go with your neutrals. And for a lot of us, their walls in our bedrooms are a neutral, either white or mushroom color, taupe color, things of that nature. Even if you have hardwood floors, these would be a beautiful, easy complement to what you already have there. And look, you can
I love
feed
it on the
all
screen
together.
there. I love that. I love the navy blue, and then you see the reverse there. Look how inviting that is. And again, that really feels like a little bit of England. We used to decorate all of our rooms with pattern on pattern on pattern on pattern. Of course, now we've all moved away to that with a slightly more modern feel. But I think that this, you're able to do both. I think with these collections, you can have pattern on pattern, or you can just have a little burst of pattern.
Right.
So I think it's working in so many different ways.
I like that. And I like that, you know, again, your different bedrooms can have a different kind of feeling. We do have more that we're going to share with you this morning, but maybe if this is something that you wanted to try, because your bedding traditionally that you have is a little bit basic, and you do kind of maybe want to step out of the box, even if it's just for spring. I change in India. Do you do this? Because for the seasons, usually spring, summer, and fall, winter, I'll completely change the bedding in every room.
And I think we should, because it's the same way that we would do with our wardrobe. Even in a temperature like Florida, you still have a different wardrobe for the spring and the winter seasons. People always say to me, it's so funny that you live on a tropical island. How do you miss the seasons? Yes, I do miss the seasons because I'm English, so obviously I've been growing up in those rather miserable, grey, foggy winters. But we very much have seasons in the island. We very much have seasons in the tropics, and I can always tell from the beach what time of year we're in. The seaweed's different, the lucky nuts that are coming up, the way the oceans break. So it is important to recognise seasons, and I think Tamara's absolutely right. You want to do that with your bedding as well. Don't just have the same set of bedding year round. How boring is that, guys?
Right.
So invest in something that feels spring-like. Invest in something that feels more wintry and cozy.
Yes, and this is an easy way to do it. You can do it on FlexPay, and it makes it very, very affordable, $32.49. And spring is less than 30 days away. It is on the way, even though it's cold outside, and I know that there's probably still snow on the ground. This is your time to start thinking about that and getting ready for it, because when it's here, you're going to want to jump in with both feet. And this is one of the ways that you can do it, whether it's with the coral or whether it's with the pink or the navy, because they're all beautiful and fresh in their own way. Just to encourage you, this was brand new. It's 092440. That's the number to get this home. We took $20 off the price. It's even on 4 Flex, so you can get this home for $32.49 on your